Welcome
What is
to
up?
what?
What is up? And welcome to another episode of the Missonians Live. And today we're just hanging out, listening to some music, and just chit chatting about some things. Now,
Coco Chanel.
oh,
Love
uh,
that song.
but anyway, we're sitting here thinking about some things to do tonight, and I got some things on my mind. And one of those things is self-esteem.
Really.
Really.
So,
See, I feel that a lot of people go around and they go through life kind of doubting themselves and what they're really worth, and a lot of times I think that people tend to limit what they can do in their lives because they don't feel like they can do it. But it all starts with self-esteem. What they feel about themselves can determine how far they get in their lives. And see, oftentimes kid, he'll sit and we'll talk about some things and I'll be like, dang, dad, you know a lot about that. It's not that I'm a genius, right?
because you are.
But I kind of am. but it's really more about the fact that I've been through a lot in my life. See, growing up, I had a lot of issues and things I dealt with on my own account, and I really doubted myself and I doubted things that I could do. I didn't grow up in a real wealthy household. I grew up in a single parent home, with my mother and my grandmother, and my grandmother didn't work. I watched my mom, walk from city to city, from one town to another town to go to work. And a lot of times I wouldn't put in perspective how much effort my mother was putting in. And I also didn't realize that with everything that she was doing for me and the family was putting her down because she had to go above and beyond with no vehicle, with no help, no rides anywhere. And she still managed to get up every day and go to work. To me, you know, she had a lot of dedication and drive, so I would have a lot of self-worth about myself when I grew up into an adult, which I believe that my mother really helped me. I believe that seeing my mom get up every day, and go to work and never hesitate to walk. She knew she had to be at work, but not because of me. She knew she had to be to work for herself, and with in turn came helping me as I was growing up. So, I think that self esteem is very important. I think that self worth is very important. I think that we all need to feel good about ourselves. And I feel like, oftentimes we can help each other just by giving someone a compliment every once in a while, or even as family, just saying, like in the morning time, I always text and I always say things to DJ like, hey, buddy, good morning. I love you, things like that. And that's just, because I feel like he needs to hear that. And honestly, I do love my kids. I love kid. But anyway, that is a little thoughts that I had in my head. And I know sometimes I get a little sentimental. This is not an episode of Thoughts from RJ the Beast. But I did want to get that off my chest because I know people that are out there watching sometimes doubt themselves and they sometimes think that they're not good enough, they're not worth things or worth being around people. But remember, smile, have good days, be thankful that we're alive, and be thankful that we have the people in our lives. And remember, every day a smile can take you so far in your life. So next time you see somebody, make sure you smile at them, just like RJ the Beast and DJ the Kid. Anyway, moving on from that, now we have a scenario that I wanted to discuss. Now, kid, what is kind of a crazy thing that has happened to us recently?
Us recently?
Yeah, has anything happened to us recently that was kind of crazy or out of the ordinary?
Uh,
Not really.
no, I don't think
I
so.
don't think we really had much happen lately that's kind of out of the ordinary, but I'll tell you, we kind of been doing a lot of things. We've been doing a lot of things. We, just this last weekend, went to, what was that place called? We went to Sky Zone?
Yeah.
Went to Sky Zone.
No, it was actually called Soar.
Oh, we went to Soar. Hey, look, it's kind of like Sky Zone. I kind of liked it better.
Yeah.
It's
Sky
Soar.
Zone's pretty fun still because, you don't have to wait for dodgeball. But still.
Yeah, but we went to Soar, and it was in Joplin, Missouri. And we didn't know it was even there. Kid had said, I want to go to a trampoline park. And I said, I don't think there's one in Joplin. He said, yeah, there is. So we looked up Sky Zone, and Sky Zone was not there yet. They're building a Sky Zone out there. But he did find a place called Soar. And what's crazy is it's in a big warehouse behind other stores. So, we're pretty.
It was pretty packed.
Yeah, it was pretty packed, and we were pretty hesitant to go. But when we finally got there, It was pretty cool. They had
It was pretty fun.
a flip pit, which is what I called it because that's what we were doing in it. A flip pit with big old square foam balls. They had a basketball court, just like Sky Zone did. They had this thing that you kind of it was like an obstacle course.
And it was a ninja course.
It was a ninja course. Yeah.
And they had this thing where it spun around in this big, like it was this big thing that you get hit, you fall over, you're out, and the small thing that you jump over, and like you jump over and then lay down and dodge it, jump over, lay down, jump over, lay down. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was really cool. But the last weekend before that, we went skating, and that was something we haven't done in a long time. And believe me, you make sure when you go skating that you get the right size skates.
And the right skates.
Yes, because I'm telling you right now, try squeezing a size 13 foot into an 11 skate.
Okay, listen. Never get plastic skates. They hurt so bad.
And if you have an opportunity, just buy your own skates.
Exactly.
That are fabric skates that stretch with your feet, because if they do not stretch with your feet, it'll feel like you just put your feet into vice grips and tighten it as tight as you can until your toes pop.
Dude,
I'm not exaggerating.
I have been, so I haven't skated in a really long time, and I just started like 3 weeks ago, and it's now our tradition to go every Saturday or Sunday, and like it's like actually a tradition for our family now to go every Saturday or Sunday. But last Saturday and Sunday we went out of town, which is sore and like stores and stuff. Okay, let me tell you a story, guys. So we all decided, we're getting hungry. Let's go to Outback Steakhouse. And we got there, and they were like, hey, I'm sorry, it's going to be an hour and a half wait. We were like, okay. So we went outside, we sat down.
That's what we had. That is. See, I knew something happened to us. That's what I was talking about. That scenario right there.
And an hour and a half later, we went in, and they said,
no.
And we said
2 hours. We went there at 5:07, and we entered at 7:20.
Okay, so they said an hour and a half wait. We waited an hour and a half. We went in, and we said, so is it almost done? They said an hour left. We're sorry, guys. It's been really packed. So we walked out. An hour later, we went up and we said, hello, we've been waiting 2.5 hours. Is our stuff almost ready? And they go, yes, just another 30 minutes. And then the whole left side, right when we got there, was all cleared out. And we went in 30 minutes later, so that's like 3 hours of waiting. And we said, okay, is anything open right now? And they were like, I mean, there's this table right here. And we're like, okay, we'll take it. And so we were like, oh my God, finally. And then we got in, and then we were like, oh my, and then my dad's like, you know what? Since it took that long to wait, let me get some ribs. I like some ribs. So we waited an hour, and just for the guys to come back out and say, oh, sorry, we don't have any ribs right now.
They said we didn't have any ribs.
And
but here's the crazy thing is we ordered all of our food. They came back way, way later. We thought we were getting our food already. Just tell us they didn't have any ribs.
And then we were like, oh my God. So Dad just ordered some steak, and then everybody just ordered steak. And we ordered some bread, and so, yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
And then I got my steak.
Kid steak was still mooing.
And so,
it was still mooing. I
got my steak, and I picked it up, sliced it. I took a big bite out of it, and then I was like, because I couldn't chew it, so I dropped it, and I was like, and then I picked it up, and I looked at it, and it was bleeding, and it was like red and soft.
And it was like, it wasn't your typical raw. I mean, like rare. It was raw, like for real raw. So I don't know. He tried to take a bite, and I think it tried to bite him back.
And okay, so Dakota, my sister Pebbles, she loves that kind of steak, and you know something's wrong with it because she didn't even like it.
She couldn't even chew it.
She's the one that likes her steak with blood dripping out of it. So that's just some stuff that we wanted to tell you because that's our crazy experience.
So if you ever go to Outback Steakhouse, first off, before you order your food, make sure that you pick something you want and you ask the waiter
If they have
it before
they
you
say
order.
okay.
Because I'll tell you right now, big man needs his meat.
He needs
And when
his
you
ribs.
wait for 2 hours to get seated and another 45 minutes for them to tell you they don't have your food, it makes the big man angry.
And then you gotta wait 2 hours to even get your steak. It makes big boys angry.
I don't know.
Flex time.
Flex time.
Okay, so
Flex time. Oh, we have to stop?
never.
Flex time. Wait a minute, you're making me flex on a Tuesday. It's not Flex Friday.
Oh, you made me think of Flex Friday. I miss Flex Friday.
There's always time for flexing. What happened? Why's your face look like that? Oh.
Dude, I was holding it like this, and I threw it up, and I dropped it, and I put my finger down, and it catches like this.
Hey guys, I want to tell you this. Look, this is one of the coolest toys that I have seen in a long time. If kid would give it to me and stop throwing it around, but you can buy this toy
For $1.
For $1 at a store called Carter's, but I think they have them at Dollar Tree too. But look at this thing. It's called a balance bird, right? So you can put it on any surface and it will balance on your finger.
Don't believe us?
I know it's kind of weird for me to be playing with this toy, but I think this is the coolest thing how they designed
Set
this.
it on here.
So look.
You don't believe us?
So here is this knife. Okay? It can go on any surface if I get it to stay without falling. Any surface and it will balance itself.
But
Look.
only its tip.
Oh, look at that. That is crazy stuff. But I know this is a cool toy. I don't know. This is I remember these when I was younger, and they didn't have birds that look like that. But it's a cool toy. You guys get yourself one. It occupies DJ a lot. I don't know why, but it does.
It occupies you a lot.
It does not. Okay.
I saw that.
Anyway,
Corner of my eye.
we are going to have to get off here. This is our live episode of the Miss Stonys, but
Before we go, comment on the video.
Comment on the video. Look, if you watch us or you see our lives and you're on there watching our lives and you can, leave us a comment. If not, find a way to comment and say you watched the video or just say, hey, I was here. Like the video.
Hit the subscribe button.
Turn on the notifications.
And leave us a comment.
And we will see you next time. We will have another video uploaded tonight. We're getting on. You got to check it out. Join us next time on another live episode of the Missonians. It's RJ the Beast.
DJ the Kid. And as we always say,
peace. That was a good one.